Hello, in this video we show you how to replace the coolant and bleed the cooling system on most Peugeot and Citroen vehicles. Depending on the model and the engine of the car, the coolant tank might be in a different position and you might need to remove a couple more things to get to the bleeder screws, but the procedure is exactly the same for most models. To drain the coolant, we need to go underneath the car and locate the lower radiator hose. On this one, it's right there. We need to remove the clamp for the lower radiator hose and drain the coolant from there. If the video is useful, please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. In the description of the video, I have links to tools that I recommend for doing jobs like this. Once the coolant is drained, next I'm going to fill the coolant. This is the coolant tank. This is the cap right there. And there is two bleeding screws. This is one bleeder screw. And the other bleeder screw is on the heater hose, which is right there. Here in my case, I needed to remove the air filter housing to get access to them. Depending on the engine of the car, you might need to remove a couple more stuff, but the bleeder screws are in the exact same positions for all models. Next, I'm going to fill the cooling system with coolant. I'm going to put in pink coolant and I'm going to fill the coolant all the way to the top of the coolant tank. Next, I'm going to open the bleeder screws and wait for the coolant to start flowing from there. When I open the bleeder screw, first there's going to be air coming out and then there's going to start to come out some coolant. On this bleeder screw only air came out. Now we need to fill up the coolant tank again all the way to the top, and we're going to open the bleeder screw again. The coolant tank is now full to the maximum level. Now we're going to see what's happening at the bleeder screw. Here we can see at the bleeder screw that coolant is coming out, so that means there is no air bubbles around that area. Now we can put the bleeder screw back on. Next, we're going to open the other bleeder screw and wait for the air bubbles to come out, and once only coolant comes out with no air bubbles, then we can put the bleeder screw back on and tighten it. Here we can see right now only air is coming out and a little bit of coolant. We need to top up the coolant tank again. We can see there is no coolant in the coolant tank. We're going to put it to the maximum level again, and here you can see now coolant started flowing. There is no air bubbles coming out, so that means we can put the bleeder screw back on and tighten it. Next, I'm going to open the other bleeder screw again, just to make sure there's no air bubbles coming out. We need only to see only coolant, no air, and now we can put the bleeder screw back on. Now we're going to check the coolant level in the coolant tank. We can see it's okay. Now we're going to go inside the car and start the car. Before starting the car, first I'm going to put the temperature at the highest temperature, and I'm going to put the blower motor at the first setting. Once we put the temperature at the highest temperature and the blower motor at the lowest setting, that means that the heater core has opened and the coolant will flow through the heater core. We're going to let the engine run so that we can bleed the cooling system. Here we can see that the coolant level has dropped, so we're going to add some more coolant. Once we add coolant to the maximum level, then we're going to continue bleeding the cooling system. First, we're going to open this screw again, and we're going to let some coolant flow out of it, just to make sure there is no air coming out. We're going to let it flow for a couple of seconds, and once there is no air bubbles coming out, we're going to close it off, and we're going to do that on the other breather screw as well. Here we can see there is no air coming out, so we're going to close off the breather screw. Next, we're going to check the level of the coolant and add as necessary. Now make it to the maximum level, and then we're gonna go inside the car, wait for the car to warm up, and check if there is heating coming out of the vents. Now that we're inside the car, once the temperature of the engine reaches normal operating temperature, about 90 degrees Celsius, next we're gonna increase the blower motor setting, and we're going to wait and see if there is hot air coming out of the air vents. If there is hot air coming out of the air vents, that means the cooling system has been bled and there is no air into the cooling system. Once the engine has reached normal operating temperature, and if there is no hot air coming out of the air vents, maybe increase the RPM to about around 2000 RPM. Keep it like that for a couple of minutes until hot air starts coming out from the air vents. Once hot air starts coming out of the air vents, that means we've bled the cooling system successfully and coolant has been replaced. Now we're going to turn the engine off, we're going to wait for the engine to cool down, and then we're going to check the level in the coolant tank and add coolant as necessary. Hopefully the video was helpful. Please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.